Good evening, team. It's good to see you, and good evening to you, Mr. Tanner. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to speak with you tonight. Amy and Megan, I am really sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I know you've prepared some great information, and I'm excited about demonstrating what we prepared for Mr. Tanner. Which brings me to what I would like to present to you tonight. The team has done a fantastic job of preparing a strategy for you. We have some great data and some excellent promotional material as well. And we'll be sure to leave that with you. But we've also done our homework. We've come to understand the market for cherries, what's worked well in convenience packaging, as well as what consumers prefer. So let me start out with some research and what we've come to understand about cherries. Everyone knows about the great taste of cherries. They're seemingly present in everything from yogurt and ice cream to pies and even beverage products. The taste is unmistakable. Folks are also becoming increasingly aware of the health benefits in cherries. Finding all natural health sources is a growing trend, not only among the aging population, but with younger generations as well. If you couple that with composite goods associated with the sale of cherries, such as wine and cheese, the positioning of cherries spans a few realms of possibilities, from the traditional fresh offering to exotic and luxury. These possibilities, as you already know, enable the premium pricing you're able to achieve. There's also this perception that the market for cherries is dying with the older generation. I think this is unfounded. I certainly don't have the same taste in food or even the same tendencies, such as an opposition to PIDs, that I had when I was younger. I think with the right marketing mix, we can not only sustain the market for fresh cherries, but can help you grow it as well. As we've already seen, more of these consumers are looking to attractively packaged items that appeal to an intrinsic taste in luxury foods. Let's take a look, for example, at cherry production around the world. Of the top 10 producing cherry countries, only 3 saw reductions in production over a 10-year period. In fact, many of these countries saw significant gains in production, including a 118% increase in Iran. And while Germany saw a drop in production, it still imported nearly 25,000 metric tons in 2003. In terms of the world, total production increased over almost 17% over that same 10-year period. The short answer, ladies and gentlemen, is the demand for cherries is as strong as ever. Mr. Tanner, your buyers understand your passion for cherries and the business of producing the highest quality product possible. You're also much respected for your knowledge of the cherry industry. I don't think there's anything being stated here tonight that you aren't already aware of. Let's take, for example, how you changed forever the aspects of horticulture in your region. The impact you had on local farmers and their ability to partner with you in growing cherry trees the right way is immeasurable. Your credibility precedes you. Take heed, Mr. Tanner. Your buyers see the same credibility. It's just a matter of using your credibility with the tools that we put in your hands tonight to win them over. So in that same vein, let's take a trip through history. It can be argued that the UK isn't a great comparative market for the rest of Europe. I think our analysis disagrees, and we believe a great deal can be learned from what has happened in the UK over the last 10 years. 10 years ago, the UK wasn't that much different than the rest of Europe. Much of its fruit and produce selection was done through bulk grab and bag. It wasn't until the late 90s that convenience packaging became all the rave. And we all know what started it all, those darn salads in a bag. I love those things. Does anyone, I can't think of anyone that buys loose iceberg or romaine heads of lettuce anymore. So needless to say, there is plenty of precedence for developing a market for convenience packaging. In fact, many retailers request cherries to also be packaged in small bags and punnets because they're easier to stock and create less mess. You can further see this in the numbers comparing margin between loose bulk and packaged cherries. Take what you did in the UK, for example, Mr. Tanner. You helped the retailer eliminate 58 cents on every kilogram of cherries sold. Reduced waste coupled with better margins has to be appealing to any retailer. So simply saying there is no opportunity for convenience products because of what is or what was ignores visible shifts in consumer preferences in other regions. You also can't assume to understand customer preferences without looking at the data. Let's start with consumers in Belgium. Consumers in Belgium are believed to be price sensitive. However, studies have shown that those shopping for grocery products have very little knowledge of the prices of the things they buy. In fact, a store survey demonstrated many can't state the price of an item just purchased, and others have no idea of the price charged, period. I think that's how my wife shops. She sees it, needs it, and buys it in that order. And when you likewise look at the behavior in Germany, yes, compared to my wife, you see similar results. Germany is a very brand-conscious country. Just look at the focus they put into engineering. Germans prefer premium products. They prefer those premium brands. Studies in Germany, in fact, show that 70% of consumers made purchasing decisions based considerably on brand awareness. Actual behavior seems inconsistent with these retailers' perception of the consumer. So I think the UK experience is something that can definitely be realized in both Germany and Belgium. So in summary, we know what the Germans and the Belgians don't know. And we know what has worked well in other regions. I think the market is prime for the rest of Europe for your offering, Mr. Tanner. So all that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to Amy and Megan. I'd like to thank you for your time tonight. I think they have some incredible plans for you. And Amy and Megan, take it from here. Thank you and good night all.